Tonight, we're going to go over a concept that changed my life, and that is not an understatement. I'm going to go over the key to get ahead and actually achieve financial independence. And we're going to talk about income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. But I'm going to break them down in a way that's hopefully very easy to understand. Because once I saw this from a concept in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, like I said, it changed my life. And now I'm going to actually walk through a specific example. And my goal here is to show how your money can make you money. All right, let's start. Here we've got the 4 quadrants: income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. Before I go through any examples, I want to split this in half. If you look, everything on the left is going to represent money coming in. Everything on the right is going to represent money going out. And if I split it top to bottom, everything on the left is going to be short term. And I want you to think of this as monthly buckets, right? Everything for the month. Everything below long term is going to be longer than a month. And before I get into a specific example, I want to show you how you can put your money to work so it will actually start making you money. All right, so for this example, we're going to start with a W-2 job. We've got money coming in a paycheck. This is a very basic example for people starting out. I know this is where we were when we started out. After you get that income, we're going to go over to expenses. I've got very basic expenses: rent, utilities, and food. What I want you to focus on is the paycheck equals $4 signs. The expenses are $4 signs. We paid the bills. All the money is gone. Now I'm going to do a different example, but it's going to look very similar. Again, we've got money coming in, we've got our paycheck, we've got the same money going out. The one thing I want you to notice that's different, there is now $6 signs under that paycheck versus $4 signs going out. So what does that mean? We have a decision to make. What decision do most people make? They generate liabilities. And these are just a couple examples: credit cards, student loans, house, boat. But what I want you to focus on is all of those decisions, those are going to be expenses that you bring in that are too big to pay off generally in 1 month. So what does it create? Creates loan payments. Those loan payments for this example are $2 signs, which equal to 6. Back again we go, all of our money is gone. And what I want to challenge you to do is to spend that extra money differently. So we do have another option. Let's look at it. We could make the decision, instead of buying liabilities, to buy assets. And in here, I put an example of savings account, index funds, which we've talked about, real estate, bonds. They all have one thing in common. They are going to generate cash flow, and that is going to put money back in your pocket versus take money out. And if you continue to do that over time, I promise you, you will get ahead. And take it from me, somebody who's been a spender and had a problem spending my whole life, I still consider myself a spender. The only difference is, instead of buying liabilities, I've shifted and pivoted to buying assets. And those assets are what's helping us get ahead financially.